Hello guys, my name is Marco. So here's the thing, I'm not a tech channel, I'm not a person that is really knowledgeable about a lot of stuff, but I have used some Apple products and everything like that, and I just want to give you guys my opinions. And me, I'm a consumer. Like, I'm not a person that is 100% tech savvy or anything like that. I'm just a person, just regular person buying a thing, and I'm not one of those people that are gonna say this one is better than the other one, but from the things that I've used, there are a problem. And on this video I want to talk about the Apple products, specifically the iPad, but I will be starting now talking about small other things. Now here's the thing, to me with Apple, it's not like a love-hate relationship, it's more like a love with some frustration and things that I just don't really understand why. First of all, let's start out with the iPhone X and the iPhone 8. Look, the iPhone 7 came out, it was great, it was amazing. Then after that, next year, it was like the iPhone 8 and then the iPhone X. Why does the iPhone 8 exist then, if we have the iPhone X? It doesn't make any sense. Of course, I understand why they did it, because they want to make it because it was like the 10th anniversary of the iPhone, and I get that, I understand that. But the problem is that it shouldn't really exist. And now that we have like the iPhone XR or XS and this X Max, and that's telling me that the iPhone X should not really exist, even though they kind of don't sell anymore or something like that. But nonetheless, it's like, really? And also it's much more expensive, so I just don't get it. I really don't get all of these phones coming, all of these phones coming out, and it's like, which one should you get? I don't know. Personally, me, I'm interested in the iPhone XR. You know what I mean? Of course, that on the screen and display, it's a little bit downgrade a little bit, but to me I feel like it's whatever, because I'm not going to notice the difference unless if I look at it on the phone. So there's that. So if you guys don't know, on October 30th, I think it was 30th, they did this press conference. They showed some stuff about Apple. One of those things was actually the iPad Pro, and that thing looks great. I saw the trailer, I saw everything they can do. It was everything amazing. This iPad is like really it looks great. All the things they talk about, it's amazing. The hardware looks great. I saw reviews on it. They said that it's really fast and stuff like that. And in my mind, I'm like, you know what? This thing looks pretty cool. I really am thinking about getting it. I feel like I will think about getting it. But there's a problem with this iPhone, which a lot of people might sort of agree with. There is a huge problem with this brand new iPad. A lot of people that talk about like probably iPhones, or they really aren't to iPhone, they say, man, this iPhone, this thing, and then when they bring out like the iPads, they say, oh, the iPad, it's amazing, I'm excited, oh, the pen, you can snap it in, it looks great, they tell all the good things about it. But to me, there's one thing that I don't like about the iPad that makes me as a consumer not buying it. And that one thing is a big issue for me, because here's the thing, when I look at the iPad, especially this iPad, it kind of reminds me of like the iPod Touch, because the iPod Touch is like the iPhone but without the phone capabilities. You know what I mean? It's like a big upgrade with the iPod, meant for music, but the iPod Touch is bigger. It's like an oversized iPod, but with the style, okay, of the iPhone X and the whole entire thing. I think that's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool concept, pretty cool idea. But what exactly are you gonna do with an iPad? Like here's the thing. iPad, like I said, is an oversized iPod Touch with the style of the iPhone X, or it could be an oversized iPhone but without the phone capabilities, and it just doesn't make any sense. I don't really get it, because to be honest, dude, what am I gonna use it for? What exactly am I gonna use? Like I feel like iPads are just for something, just have something extra. Because a laptop, it does have a lot of functionalities. You know, you have softwares, you have all these things, you have folders, programs. You know, you can do so much stuff, the keyboard. Because here's the thing, when they first released the iPad, I thought that was groundbreaking. Steve Jobs, that thing was great. And then after that, later down the line, they said, oh, we have a keyboard that can actually support the iPad, which I thought it was great. That's great. You able to support it, amazing. But then after that, it's just nothing else came about it. You know, because here's the thing, the hardware, it's great. You know, it could go really fast. You know, the chip, the A12 Bionic chip they have, something like, I don't know, that's what I heard. I don't know if it has it, but whatever. But it looks great. The magnetic, where you can do that, you can charge your phone, everything. All those things are great. But the software sucks. Like, the software, you're using the exact same software that is on your phone. Which for the phone part, it's great. But for being an oversized iPad like that, it should have a different software. You know, it should have the Mac software, the MacBook Pro software. If they had that, that's great. Because yes, it's cool having a touchscreen, but what else are you gonna do that could be touchscreen except for like that one is just for like playing games, but in an oversized, much more larger screen. Oh, you wanna type, you wanna do all those things. That's great. You can do that, but it's like you can also do it in a laptop as well. In a laptop, it's a little bit way better. Let me give you guys an example. Right here, okay, this one is the Surface Pro 2. I got this one on eBay probably like a year and a half ago or something like that, because I needed something that was kind of portable and it was touchscreen, stuff like that. And this one, it's really great. I really do like it. You want to know why? This one's really great. Now this one, it's able to run, okay, Photoshop. And that's a program that I really do like, because here's the thing, on the Apple Store and what the apps or whatever, they do have Photoshop there, but it's more like, I feel like it's more like a light version, because in Photoshop, it's one of those programs that I really do like. And I feel like a lot of people that do like, you know, people that draw or do like digital art, stuff like that, they kind of use that. Of course, there's other softwares out there. Some of them may use different softwares, you know, but I feel like Photoshop is one of those things that just like, it has everything. And it's a great software, and to me, I love Photoshop. I like using it and stuff like that. But when it comes to like the iPad, the Apple Pen, which is great, but the pen is mostly used for like sketching and drawing and stuff like that. But then they also have Photoshop. Now that Photoshop they have there, it's like a light version Photoshop, which I always get like here's the thing, I've used the full version of Photoshop, the one that is in, you know, the App Store, which that's what it is. That's like a light version of it, and I don't like it. Like if I use that Photoshop for drawing, which I don't know if you can, because I download it on my phone, but on my phone I think it's just for photos. It sucks. And then when you try to draw like the sketch thing, it's not that great, because it's a light version of it. And I just feel like people that are gonna get into drawing stuff like that, they don't buy iPads for using them for like their digital art, or if they do, they're probably gonna buy it just for sketching. They're probably gonna get something better that connects to like to like your computer, to that, and basically duplicates or basically extends the monitor thing. And I feel like that's what they will do, because it's good. Like to me, I would use my Surface Pro to actually draw on it, to actually sketch. Why? Because it has a full version of Photoshop. And that's one of the things that I feel like the iPad is lacking. The software is not that great. And that's my problem to me when it comes to that. And also you have like the MacBook Pro Air, which I don't know why that even is trying to exist, because why can't they just make the iPad, you know, new one, have the software of the iPad Air? I'm like, clearly they can do that, because if they can make the iPad Air that thin, then how come they cannot do that same thing to the same aspect and add it to the iPad? Now, if it has to be a little bit thicker, I don't mind that. At least it looks better, because to me right now, the iPad is just an oversized phone. And also, it looks like a monitor. It looks like a fucking touch screen, which is great. In this light, you can take it anywhere. But it's just thing that's just an extra thing. You know, it's just an extra thing to like use, to talk, to use it, maybe type. But I feel like you're much rather off saving your money and buying yourself a laptop, and it's gonna be way better. You know, and also I wish there was a solution that was there, like a touchscreen thing that could do it all, that have great software, great hardware that is touchscreen, that artists can actually use it for drawing and doing anything like that. And it was like really cool. You know, we do have that with the Surface Book 2. That version is great, but that one is really expensive. That one goes up to like $3,000. So when it comes to like the when you look at the Microsoft Surface Book, well, not Surface Book, but the Air. I mean, the Surface Pro. That's what I mean. Yeah, the Surface Pro. We look at like the 5 or the 6, which everyone's there, and then look at this iPad. I'm more leaning towards like, yes, this iPad looks cool, but this one you can do much more stuff. You can actually edit a video on this one, which on this one you can't, or maybe if you download an app. You know, this one you have the full like Adobe suite, which is great. This one, not so much. This one you can probably play a really cool game with, you know, minimal graphics. This one this one's a PC style. You can actually play like download an emulator and probably play that, or play like full PC games, but it like an optimized graphic. And this one you kind of need to download the GameStar in the App Store. So that's what I'm saying. It's like, you know what, this one feels a little bit better than this one. Okay, of course Fortnite you can play it anywhere, so I'm disclosing that from the idea of it. So there's that. See what I mean? So right now I'm more leaning towards, you know, this one. And I'm not saying it's better, I just feel like the software on this one, you know, on the Pro version, the Microsoft Surface Pro, it's a little bit, I'm not gonna say better, but like you could do more stuff with it. You can actually connect, you know, an external hard drive. You can actually connect something, you know, much more style, download program styles, you know, stuff like that. Like on this one, you can actually play the sim. Like to me, on this Surface Pro, this one is Surface Pro 2. Okay, and I got Sims 4 on it. Can I do that on the iPad? On the iPad, on the new one that just came out? If I download it from the App Store, I could probably get like a lighter version. But why would I like a lighter version where I can get it forward? Yes, the battery and everything like is different. Yes, this one's a little thicker, stuff like that. But I'm able to do those things. Like I don't mind it to be a little more thicker. You know what I mean? So that's that, and that's my small little rant. I love Apple products. I think they're great. I just feel like certain times of like, why can't they just like do that? Why not just like okay, you have the why not just like, okay, the Apple MacBook Air. Okay, you have that, and then you have the iPod, and then my line just decided to stop. So that's about it. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. See you guys later, and bye.